Most people think living longer means suffering longer. Strict diets, endless cardio, a medicine cabinet full of supplements. But what if the biggest breakthroughs in longevity science have nothing to do with restriction? Recent research reveals something surprising. The most powerful longevity interventions aren't about adding more to your routine. They're about timing what you already do. Scientists studying people over 100 across 5 continents discovered that these populations don't follow extreme protocols. They follow 3 specific patterns that optimize how the body repairs itself. Today we're breaking down the 3 most evidence-backed longevity strategies that don't require you to overhaul your entire life. These aren't theories. They're mechanisms validated by Harvard researchers, longitudinal studies spanning decades, and real-world data from the longest-lived communities on Earth. Whether you're 25 or 65, these insights will change how you think about aging. I spent 6 months buried in longevity research, Harvard studies, Blue Zone data, cutting-edge trials on cellular aging, and I kept seeing the same patterns emerge. Many have cracked a code the rest of us are ignoring. And when you understand this code, when you see how these 3 mechanisms actually work, everything changes. Because suddenly, longevity isn't about sacrifice, it's about strategy. Here's the thing that should terrify you. Every day you wait, your cells are aging in ways that become harder to reverse. Your metabolic flexibility shrinking, your cellular cleanup system slowing down, the inflammation building in your body compounding. What's surprising, these processes, they're not locked in, they're not predetermined by your genetics. They respond to specific interventions, and those interventions are simpler than you think. So here are the 3 longevity secrets that actually work. Number 3, intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of eating and periods of fasting. It doesn't specify what foods you should eat, but rather when you should eat them. Intermittent fasting triggers autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup system that removes damaged proteins and regenerates healthy cells. Number 2, strength training reverses biological age by preserving muscle mass, boosting metabolism, and protecting against the frailty that steals independence. And number 1, the most powerful longevity factor that almost everyone ignores: deep social connections. Studies show strong relationships reduce your mortality risk by 50%, more than quitting smoking or losing weight. Whether you're 25 and want to stay sharp for decades, or 65 and ready to reclaim energy you thought was gone forever, this matters. If you want to keep that fire burning as you age, subscribe to Young at Heart, because we're building a community that refuses to let growing older mean growing cold. Because living longer is pointless if you're not actually living. Let's fix that. The research won't tell you, but the centenarians will. Longevity isn't a destination you arrive at by following a perfect protocol. It's a conversation between your daily choices and your biology, and that conversation changes as you age. The 40-year-old body doesn't respond to fasting the same way a 70-year-old body does. The strength training that builds resilience at 30 needs adjustment at 60. This is why rigid longevity advice fails, because your strategy needs to evolve with you. But there's something more important than any single intervention. The longest-lived people share one trait that no study can quantify. They have a reason to wake up. The Japanese call it ikigai. The Nikoyans call it plan de vida. Whatever you call it, purpose might be the master switch that makes everything else work. Because here's the truth: you can optimize your fasting window, lift heavy weights, and nurture deep friendships. But if you're not living for something that matters to you, your body knows. It reads that signal, and it responds accordingly. So yes, implement these 3 strategies. Let your cells clean house through fasting. Build strength that carries you into your final decades. Invest in relationships that make life worth extending. But don't forget to ask yourself the question that might matter most. What am I living longer for? Answer that, and longevity stops being a science project. It becomes inevitable. Because when you have something worth staying alive for, your body will fight like hell to keep you here. And that's the secret no study will ever capture.